Sustainable Development Goals achievements, we have announced recently our carbon pledge, 2025 carbon neutral, 2030 net zero carbon, right? And this is how we want to continue to be the role model in our ecosystem. But even more important, it is the way we support and we partner with our customers. And this is the second pillar of our sustainability strategy.
I think now let's get on what we are doing with ETIX. As Stefan did mention, the strategy which has to come at the beginning. And we are very happy and thankful to say that ETIX had this strategy right from the day go. Along with the Interlink team, we were able to design and facilitate the data center for this second phase, which is Mod 2, which is now under construction. So what we're looking at concretely is how I will go reverse, how we are supporting the decarbonization journey, right? So with the new design, with the new implementation of the solution which we are doing, we are able to reduce about 2,000 tons of carbon annually. That's just by how we manage the efficiency to data center. So what we're looking at, we are bringing the existing data center efficiency to the new level by reducing, first step is to managing the PUE, which is power utilization effectiveness, to bring it down up to 1.6 and improving from there. So it's not that it's 1.6 stagnant. So this is where we are continuously developing the design, the product, the life cycle of operations to bring it from 1.6 even to better than 1.6. Now this is how will help us to decarbonize or to have a carbon neutrality within the existing operations of ETIX. As we see, we are able to bring some of the renewable energy technologies which some of the partners are providing here, like solar rooftops, bringing in renewable energy to support some of the infrastructure with ETIX. And one more key part, we are also working on how we can have the recircular economy. So that's basically how we can recirculate the existing products, not bringing in waste, but managing the waste to ensure that we also contribute to the sustainability journey of ETIX, which is again decided at the strategy level. We are also looking at energy efficiencies, as I mentioned, where the data center capability is increasing somewhere between 1 kilowatt, 1.5 kilowatt, or 4 kilowatt to 10.4 kilowatt. So that's basically managing the hyperscalers, managing the higher IT power requirements into the data center, and that's the current plan. And then from there is what we will capitalize to standardize design across the region, as what we have heard from here, that there is an expansion plan. We will also try to support the standardization of the design. So the customer, when it travels from, say, Thailand to Philippines to Vietnam, they get these similar experiences. So you don't have to learn each country. Of course, it's a different country, but you will still have a similar experience across the different regions. And of course, the key part is how we make our data center more adaptive in the different regions to bring the right efficiency, to bring the right technology, to again support the sustainability journey of ETIX. The key part where we want to ensure that we are doing all that by ensuring the resiliency. At design level, at operation level, we are still confirming the resiliency. So the data center is resilient with the highest uptime which is available for our customers, for ETIX customers in Thailand. And we will also ensure we follow the same journey across the different countries wherever they are. Looking at the bigger picture, this is the next step where we are working to ensure that we have the right monitoring solutions, right operating solutions. We are not looking at only data, but we are processing that data and how this data will be helped to have better efficiencies and to get better benefits to our customers, to ETIX customers in Thailand and also the other countries which are coming up. So basically, this is the overall concrete journey which we have already started with ETIX, and we are very happy and thankful for bringing us here, and we really wish all the best to ETIX and ensure we will do best in this country and also the next projects coming forward. Thank you very much, really appreciate it.
A very good morning to ETIX, Interlink, Telecom, management teams, delegates, partners, and also friends from the telecom service provider in Thailand and also our international partners. I'm very happy to join this event, actually to welcome the grand opening of ETIX Bangkok Data Center #1. And I hope this will be a great moment for ETIX Bangkok, collaboration between ETIX Everywhere and Interlink, because I believe this highly standard data center would actually uplift the standard of the data center footprint in Thailand. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Alex. I'm actually the CEO of Symphony Communications. It's actually a publicly listed company in Stock Exchange of Thailand. And I would like to say a big congratulations to the first success of ETIX, because this is actually one of the first hyperscale data center in Thailand. I mean, we have seen across many data centers in Thailand, but I believe this is actually a major milestone for the data center footprint, particularly from where the ambitions and also the directions of the future data center requirements. On behalf of Symphony, I also would like to share my commitment to ETIX ITEL for being the connectivity and also the peering partners, and we will be putting our fiber and also our relevant network systems into ETIX in order to provide the full suite of the solutions, either from a connectivity standpoint or even from ICT solutions to our end customers. And the most important thing is hearing the ETIX directions, particularly from where they want to put their footprint here. I believe the collaboration between both sides would actually bring the influences from the East and the West to come to Thailand and to become the regional ASEAN hub from a connectivity standpoint and data center footprint. Let me share a little bit of Symphony. We are one of the telecom, fixed line telecom service provider in Thailand, and we have been existed for almost 20 years. Okay, and we actually focus on the high speed and the connectivity solutions, where we provide different solutions to our customers, ranging from the leased line, internet, cloud, dark fibers, and also ICT solution, including data center to our customers. Our customers are divided into many segments. We started with the ISPs as our key footprint back then 20 years ago, and then we slowly moved into the enterprises, the carriers, the OTT, and what we have seen is also the cloud service providers going forward. In terms of our connectivity footprint, if you look at from a domestic standpoint, we are pretty much about 80% covering the whole entire Thailand populations or coverage footprint, ranging from Bangkok all the way to central and all the way to southern. Okay, I think if you look at Bangkok, I think we are probably 95% fully coverage, given based on our fiber footprint. And if you look at the next one, is actually from the borders connections and also the regional ports where we have. In terms of our regional connectivity from Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, and our 2 ports in Singapore and Hong Kong. So this is also putting our entire global footprint from a connectivity standpoint. And going into international subsidies, we do have our own subsidy systems, okay, which is MCT. It's a Malaysia, Cambodia, Thailand systems that is actually linking between these 3 countries. And from there, we will actually connect it to different parts of the submarine cables that is actually part of the entire group subsea cables from the westbound, intra-Asia, and also trans-Pacific. From the sea coming to the land shore, this is also where the data center footprint that we have. We are pretty much connected to multiple data centers in Thailand, particularly in Bangkok. I think in Bangkok there are easily 10 major data centers, and ETIX is one of them, as we are putting them into one of our interconnection data center footprint. And having them also will give us a lot more opportunity. I believe this will benefit a lot more enterprises, carriers, OTTs, and also the cloud service providers, as the Thailand is driving a lot more digital transformations. And I believe the data demand going forward would actually ensuring that the connectivity is actually the most important part of the infrastructure. Before I end the speech, let me actually wish that the collaboration success between ETIX Everywhere, Symphony, okay, I think this is actually a first step for us to work together, and I believe we can actually deliver the combined best ever services for our customers, whether for our corporates in the different markets, regional carriers for them to connect to each others, and also the important one is the cloud and the OTT and the cloud service provider that is actually aggressively looking into their 3 to 5 years roadmap coming into these particular regions. Lastly, special thank you to ETIX Everywhere, particularly for Mr. Luis Pierre, okay, and from Interlink Telecom, Kun Natanay, and also Kun Suwat for inviting me, and I hope a great success for you guys. Thank you.
Interlink แน่นอนนะคะวันนี้ข้อมูลที่มานำเสนอนะคะก็คงอาจจะขออนุญาต switch back to English นะคะ for the benefits of the audience นะคะ For NT we are the merging company between CAT and TOT, so we just have 1 year anniversary since 7th of January this year, so we are completely merged between CAT and TOT and we are 100% owned by the government. Mobile NT we have 3G, 4G and 5G frequency to serve for the mobile business. Even though we are the 4th rank of the mobile service provider, but we are the key provider for the government to expand and maintain the security of the mobile business in Thailand. On the right side of the growth graph, you can see that Facebook and also Google is the 2 key important content demand of Thailand, and it shows a lot of growth since the past until now. The blue line is the Facebook and the red line is Google. For the 2 years back, Google seems to have a quite flat of the growth. As far as I know, I think that they changed the architecture of the caching system. That is why they save a lot. But still, the growth is still significant. On the right side of the graph is the summary of the destination of the traffic of Thailand. Singapore in the blue line is definitely the first one of the demand of capacity from Thailand to the world, because Singapore is like the major hub of the Asia. The red line or the orange line is Malaysia. So that is why Malaysia became the second gateway point of Thailand demand. When you take a look into deeper of the content of those information that I presented in the first slide, on the yellow pie chart, the total capacity in Thailand up until February 2022 is about 18 terabit per second at this moment. Around 70% of that 18 terabit is come from the direct peering. So it's the biggest pie chart of the internet content of Thailand nowadays. Second one is come from the IP transit to the tier 1 of the world. And lastly is from the IX, right? Okay. But this is the current one. In the past, IP transit is like the most important thing, but nowadays it's decreasing because of the direct peering gain the benefit of the cost saving and the low latency, the quality of service. And the colorful pie chart that you can see is look deep down into the content of the direct peering. You can see that Facebook, Google are still the biggest pie chart of Thailand demand at this moment. The third, the fourth, and the fifth one is like Apple, Amazon, and also the HCAS. They gain a lot of attention for Thai demand, but since Thai people, we love socialize, and Facebook for Thai people, we are like believing since the morning until the night time. So that is why Facebook is one of the biggest demand of Thailand. The smaller pie chart that you can see in the bottom of slide, it shows that Google and Facebook main gateway of Thailand is still going to Singapore and Malaysia. So both of them, they have a very big gateway near Thailand. The last slide is about Thailand IX. IX of the world is very important. And Thailand, we have several choice of IX. Thailand IX is one of them. We have the highest participants of the member to the IX of Thailand. So I hope that this will be a very good information for the audience. But lastly, as far as I say, NT is here for Interlinks, and we keep the commitment that we will be a very good partner. Currently, we have our infrastructure inside ETIX already, so if any customer want to have any connectivity from ETIX, we can service right away. So thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you for being here with us today. It's our pleasure that we can be here at the grand opening of ETIX, and we would like to extend our company really appreciation to your support from ETIX and Interlink for our projects and the business that we are going and expect to go in ETIX Bangkok. Okay. See, the Southeast Asia is a very growing market. We're talking about 400 million users, subscribers, and these ecosystem generate more than 100 billion US dollar worth of market sizes. So we decided to implement a lot of point of presence, including the interconnection between data centers amongst the Asia regions. Our company focused into the data center interconnection business. And the highlight is that if we talk about the cloud data centers or data center people and the client side, there should be someone that provides the edge computing in between to bridge the gaps for the requirement between the user and the cloud data center. So that's why our company dedicate our service and staff to do the services, including ultra low latency, the AI processing or the software-based transmission that suit for the data centers. We plan to implement some services at ETIX Bangkok. We call it Edge Solution for HGC. So what is the Edge Solution? In old days, we just talk about the IP transit for the carrier customer or content to connect to the data center. But in our Edge Solution, we divide the connectivity into multiple layers. IP transit, of course, we provide the basic services for tier 1s, connecting to any tier 1s provider for ETIX data center. Also, we are going to implement eyeball as a service. The eyeball as a service is a service for our OC clients who want to locate themselves inside Bangkok, but what they want is very simple. They want a very shortest IP path transmission between their content side, for example, ETIX here, to their eyeball. That's what we call eyeball as a service. And we implement the eyeball as a service in many locations outside Thailand. So we are going to implement it here in ETIX. We are going to extend AIM's Amsterdam Internet Exchanges extension from Amsterdam to here, just to support some of the clients that also want to have direct peerings to Amsterdam AIMs. Also, the local IX for the ultra-low latency connectivities, and also Direct Connect, for example, our OC customer who places their premises here, they want a direct connection to Amazon Web Services, Azure, Microsoft, and also even Telecom or Oracle. We can provide direct connection to those cloud partners. We are really excited that we be here at ETIX and would like to go together and extend our support. And thank you for both of your company for support our company, and we wish to go together. Thank you very much.
Let me introduce myself. So my name is Ekurin Srikanadon. So I am the team head of IT operation TTB Bank. The full name is TMB Thanachart Bank. So I think we have been partnered together with Genesis Data Center, is the previous name. So right now it's changed to ETIC. So I would like to provide the feedback, and I'm glad that I will be the last one because of we have seen that a lot of partners talking about the technology, we're talking about the commitment on the facility, the electricity, which is very impressive to me as a customer, to the bank as a customer. But for me, what does this mean to the customer? So we talk about the two power sources, we talk about a lot of cable coming in through, we have a high availability, and another commitment is that we have tier 4 SLA commitment availability, which is around 26 minutes, I believe that the exact number. So what does this mean to the customer? So let me go back a little bit to the days that we select the data center. So we have many data center service provider, which is already have like tier 3, have a lot of readiness, a lot of partner commitment, and then later we choose, not only we choose, but the Genesis also ready to take a handshake and support us together. So with that moment, what does this mean? It means that we starting to build the relationship, right? So I think many of you have been involved in moving relocation of the data center, which is not an easy job, right? It's a very, very complex. So even though that we have a well plan, we do a lot of analysis things, and later something's not expected coming in. So that is the part of the we start to build relationship, getting to know how the data center that we pick is where can support us, can help us, can cooperate with us during the first transition to the new location. So I think for me, we have been more than 3 years together with Genesis Data Center and the team. And then what I really think that is the key things that I would like it to be continued is the always listen to the customer voice. So this is a very, very important, as I mentioned, it's a long-term relationship. So it's not like we don't like this data center and then we move out to another data center, which I think both of us doesn't want it to happen, right? It's a lot of pain, it's a lot of journey that we need to separate together. So it's a long term that I have seen the team, the management team, and also the working team, that they always listen to what we think. We need a lot of support, and then Genesis team and management also always be there. We need smart hand right away with the incident we have, and then we have a very, very good support and service from the team. So this is the one of the key things that I really need. Might be a part of the Thai culture that we are not really strict with the SLA whatever, but some things that we really need help as a customer need and success, then I have seen the service that the team has provided to us. So that is the first thing that I would like this to be continuous. You may have another process coming in, which I think is very good, is very more international, but it's a thing that we can discuss together as a partner, as a customer together. And secondly, is a thing that I would like to see is that the quality. So what the board of director or even the top management, they always ask me that, how do you ensure that the data center that we put our infrastructure, we have server, we have a lot of network here, they are good. They could maintain the quality. So that is the thing that I would like the data center to be able to show us that you can maintain the quality. So it's not what you yourself say that, okay, I have a good quality also, but I have seen that you might have the third party auditor coming in to certify you the ISO 27001, the uptime creativity, the upcoming whatever certification that we have. So that could help us to have the confidence and on the quality that we have on the service. So this is two key things that I really need to you to be continue provide us the best service. And I think from my point of view that I have been using the Genesis for quite some time already, so I think we are very happy with the service. And then today is a great day that we have seen a new journey coming in, and we have more knowledge and the innovation things from the university. So thank you very much for inviting me to share with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to congratulate ETIX for first of many ETIX data centers in Thailand. I'm sure that there will be many more to come in the near future. Let me introduce myself. My name is Somkir. I'm the CEO of WHA-UP. Many people may be wondering what are we doing here in terms of renewable energy in data center business. Recently, we are switching gear a bit. We would like to focus more on renewable energies, and that's where we have a chance to work with ETIX in these opportunities. We develop our solar rooftop. We already have about more than 30 customers using our solar rooftop system, accumulated to be around 116 megawatt altogether. I think this kind of weird terminology, I know. Let me explain a little bit further. And right now, in terms of industrial customer who are coming in and invest in Thailand, more and more investors are looking into more renewable energy as part of their energy portfolio. We have seen that more and more, including some data center located in Thailand that I show in the later dot here. And ETIC is one of them who is looking for renewable energy that will provide clean and green energy to their own facility, and also provide service that confirming that the service that ETIC provide to their customer are also using green energy, which is very important in the future. And this is the facility that we are going to provide to ETIC. Actually, there will be a solar rooftop on the top of this, on the roof. And our WHA is very keen on providing the best service, the best equipment available to the market, so that all the equipment in the project will last for 25 years. And also, very importantly, we want to ensure the safety requirement of the system. Our safety system is non-negotiable. We are very proud of what we do, and because we are a listed company, we would like to ensure that our reputation really is on a safety system, and that's very important to us, and that's what we are going to stick on. All the equipment is one of the world class available in the market at the moment. For ETIC, solar rooftop project here is about 760 kilowatt peak. So for ETIC, electricity cost saving will be according to this chart for the next 25 years, depending on the generation that could happen. And so in terms equivalent of carbon footprint saving is about 13,700 tons saving of carbon footprint for 25 years contract, which is quite significant and contribute a lot to society. So last but not least, I think ETIC is very innovative in terms of trying to use renewable energy available to the market. We can give them a lot of saving, also being a good citizen operating in Thailand, and also generate a carbon footprint for their own system. So I think, and I just want to leave it as I think solar is probably new to your industry. But lastly, I would like also to again congratulate ETIC for one of their opening of the data center in Thailand, and I wish them very success in the coming years. Thank you very much.